Hey guys, if you liked the video, make sure to like and subscribe. Appreciate you. Now let's get to it. Alright guys, it's the Average Gamer signing on for another video. So a while back I uploaded a video about improving in fighting games, and so many of you seem to like it. I had a lot of great combos, and so I wanted to thank you guys for your support. Given the positive feedback, I wanted to make a series of sorts regarding the subject, as many of the comments brought up many important aspects to improving at fighting games that I also really wanted to discuss. So in my first video that I'll put in the card or description if you want to check it out, I offered a piece of advice in terms of improving at fighting games, being how important it is to take breaks and walking away to come back stronger. But of course you have to come back to the game at some point, and so I want to talk about something that I see players experience while they're playing the actual game. That something is when I encounter players who are more obsessed with playing to win rather than playing to get better and improve. Now, hold up. Before some of you type in the comments saying, average, they're kind of the same thing, let me explain. I do agree that on some fundamental level, playing a game more makes you better. However, the way I see some players play, whether online or ones that I'm personally helping or learning with, I feel like there's a hard to explain hole that they fall into, where based on their decision making and execution, I don't feel like they're actually taking things they learned during their labbing sessions or their breaks into practice, rather reverting back to habits they were making beforehand and doing what is safe, quote unquote, as they deem doing so gives them a better chance to win as they are used to doing it. Now, this problem relates to a lot of things, such as people excessively caring about their rank, as well as people playing mindlessly without much thought. Too often, I see players go into the lab or take breaks to figure out answers to their problems, and then they get into the game and don't make an active effort to execute said answers. Now, this convo is quite nuanced, so let me address a couple of things to clear up any confusion and add the layers necessary to grasp the full picture of what I'm talking about. Firstly, I want to stress the distinction between playing to improve and playing to win. Now, obviously, if you are in tournament or what have you, this does not necessarily apply to you. This is most adamant and present with online gladiators of the world and people trying to use online play to improve in general. Playing to improve is noticeably different from playing to win, as when you try to improve, you care less about the final result of any given match. Rather, your focus is ensuring you are putting things you learn and train for into action. Playing to win is something else. You do care about winning and only that. Therefore, the decision and things you do match such a mindset. You are far more likely to fall back into old habits and do things that might not be good in a general context, but against your specific opponent works wonders. To put it another way, when you are on ladder, have you ever encountered a player that kind of just does something completely random? Something that makes absolutely no sense and has never been seen from them before, but it works and you lose off of it, or maybe you're the one who's done that to others before. These moments often are from people playing to win. They know that what they are doing is not necessarily good, as in it should not be made a habit, but in an act of desperation they get the better of their opponent. I know I have been on the receiving end of this and I have done it to others multiple times over. In these scenarios, it is vital to not look at the end result, rather reflect on why you did it and assess whether it was for a good reason. Just because something works out does not mean that it was a product of good decision making. To put it simply, and to hate here, you know how Honda players act online when you play them? Yeah, that's essentially what I'm talking about. No disrespect to Honda players, we love you, trust me. Next piece of nuance that many may have caught on to at this point is that you don't have to play ranked to attempt to improve. You can play casuals, put your training to use, and then go on rank when you feel like you're ready and the adjustments have become habits. And although this is fine and would probably work for some, I do think for many it might not work as well. If your goal is to make improvements based on what you found in the lab or during your time off, then why not just start off in rank where you are facing people around your level, rank-wise at least, and attempt to make gains there. Unless you're really uptight about the rank that you currently have, which again, you shouldn't be, facing people around your level and putting your training to work in that environment, I would argue in the long term would give better results, even if one's rank drops in the short term. All in all, I don't think this is as big of an issue as the one I outlined in my first video, but this one is a little more personal as it's one that I had to shake and find more frequently with people I interact and play with. Don't waste your breaks or your labbing sessions. That's like studying for a test and knowingly choosing the wrong answer on test day. I mean, you spent all that time practicing and finding answers. Don't be so addicted to the end result of the match that you don't put your efforts to use and revert to what you're used to, even if it means you lose games in the process of developing those good habits. In the long run, those losses will be shrouded by a collection of wins anyway, so you're winning and improving at the same time. That's all from me. As always, let me know in the comments your thoughts on the matter. Like and subscribe if you enjoyed, and if you really enjoyed, check out some of my other videos. Thanks for watching. This is The Average Gamer, signing off. See you guys.